Hello everybody, hope you're doing good and stay safe wherever you are. It's Amira and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another sit down chit chat video, and this one is gonna be interesting. So basically, by the title of this video, you guys already know that I'm going to be reading out to you guys the 5 top most best advices that I've read so far from the internet. And I know basically there are a lot of advices out there you're given by them personally, eye to eye, face to face. But some people, and love your family, your parents, your sisters, your brothers, your family, your friends, neighbors, the people in the community, leaders and stuff like that. Yes, you have, and there's others that you get off from the internet, and you feel like maybe this that I'm going to be reading out might not be the top for you, but these are what connected the best to me for what I've been through and for what I've experienced. I feel like these are like literally the best thing, and I wish that I literally got to them and looked more into them or followed them. Yeah, follow them is the best thing. Yeah, I wish that I followed them. But so yeah, basically I'm just here to just read you out all of them. The last one, you guys stay tuned for the last one, because the last one is a whole literally paragraph, a huge paragraph, like it's a composition by itself. So stay tuned for that, because that is I'm saving the best for last, literally. That's just about it. So yeah, let us get straight into this video. First advice, I have chit chats here, I have written them down. So the first one that I'm going to be reading to you guys is: you will not care what people think of you if you know how seldom they do. So technically means that sometimes you feel like you do stuff just because people are gonna think ill of you, or they're gonna think highly of you, but in reality people don't even think about you. Like this one really hit hard, because I am, I don't really know, I'm a follower of people. Like I really do care what people say, even if I'm meeting them for the first time, even if I do not know who they are, even if I'm probably most likely never gonna see them ever in my life again. But at the same time, I really care so much about other people think, and I'm like, I do this just because, oh my god, what if they thought that of me? But in reality, they never do. And when I saw this, I'm like, why am I always acting up? Why am I always trying to just be someone I'm not, or act something I'm not, just because I'm thinking that, oh, someone might think that of me? They never do actually think. People have got their own issues. People have got their own problems. By the end of the day, you're just gonna be like the wind, you just pass, and this is basically it. Like literally. So as I read this one, I feel like it really connected to me, because I really actually do that. And that is one thing that scares me a lot, most especially with me being online and me trying to be a YouTuber, stuff like that. I'm scared of what people gonna, when I inshallah, we're hoping for the best, we're hoping for the subscribers to come, and when it actually, you're expecting it to come, but when it actually comes, and most likely the hate is also gonna come, because you are people. Hey, watu hawana kaba midomo jamani huku. Hey, I've seen some comments over from people's videos, and I'm like, oh my god, she actually said that, he actually said that. Like people don't care. Sometimes they just type in all those stuff, and you just never know how the other person's ever gonna feel about that. But or maybe you do know that he or she is gonna feel bad, but still you just do it. So yeah, I feel like this one's really connecting. You won't care what people think of you if you knew how seldom they actually do. So do you, be you, do whatever you feel like is the right thing for you to do, and just don't care what they think about you. Never do something that you are not comfortable with just because of what you think people are going to think about you. Okay, do whatever you want to do, as long as it is the right thing to do. You do it, because by the end of the day, it's your life. Okay, they're not gonna be in it. Like literally, just you do you, be you. Yeah, basically that was the first one. I hope you kind of understood, because this is not a planned, scripted video. I'm just reading them and just telling you what is in me, what I feel, and what I understood by it. So go ahead and comment down below what your thoughts are or what your best advice is. Let's get to the next one. Is don't set yourself on fire to keep others warm. Oh, this is a nice one. So I feel like sometimes most of the time, well, there are people who it happens through most of the time, you tend to do a lot for other people, okay? And sometimes doing that, you don't have to do it, literally you don't, but you feel like you have to because you feel like you owe them something. But there has to be a limit in whatever you do. Don't set yourself on fire just for other people to be warm. Don't, I feel like, don't over, what is it called, don't overdo it. Yeah, don't overdo it, don't overdo yourself, okay? Do what you feel like you are able to do. Don't go to a lot of heights and a lot of extreme ways just to make others happy when you yourself are not happy doing it, because by the end of the day, that is, I feel like you don't even get the reward for it. Like, you don't get blessings over it because it's the cliff. You're literally disturbing your heart and soul and just not doing it the right way. So don't overdo it, don't overdo it. I'm trying to think of another word rather than overdoing. Don't overestimate. Don't just go to so much extreme to just try to make others happy when you yourself are not happy. Okay, as much as you love them, as much as you care about them, do what you're comfortable with and what you know you're able to do. Give what you're able to do and just don't do what you're not able to do, because by the end of the day, you're just gonna maybe get yourself in trouble. Imagine going to go to extents of loaning and taking money from someone and then doing something for others, and then you find yourself, you have no money to pay them, and then it's just all chaotic and stuff like that. I'm using the one best example most especially because a lot of issues are usually about money, so let's be real, okay? So just don't overdo it, okay? Do not overdo it. Do something that you are comfortable with, that you're able to do, and that you have limited yourself to be able to do it. Just don't, okay? Let's not overdo it, okay? I've said that a lot of times, but yeah, that is actually a very good advice, because sometimes I find myself just going to extremes ways just to make something happen, just because I want someone else to be happy, and then just I've been in trouble because of that. So much trouble. So do not overdo yourself, okay? Do something that you're capable of, you're able to do it, and just, it's but within your standards and not over your standards, because you might just get yourself, you'll be doing the right thing but at the wrong time, and yeah, you might just get yourself in trouble for it. So yeah, don't overdo it, okay? Yeah, let us get to the next one. Is your life is your responsibility, no one else, okay? One thing that I usually try to tell myself is no one actually knows what is actually 100% best for you. No one for you. Only God knows what is best for you. All the others, your parents, your sisters, your brothers, your friends, the community, your neighbors, they're only like second guess. They're 50 chance of whatever they're asking you to do working out, be it job wise or study wise or relationship wise. No one actually knows what is best for you. People are gonna be like, oh, marry this one because he's nice so far and stuff, blah 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 and stuff like that. Or marry her because she has been nice and stuff like that. No one really actually knows what is best, People change, situation change, things change, and no one is ever prepared for that most of the time. So your life is your responsibility. You make the decision. You listen. There is no harm in listening, okay? There is no harm. Listen, but don't listen too much, okay? You listen to them and just understand them also. Get it all in, but by the end of the day, do what makes you happy, do what makes you comfortable, do what makes you feel like yourself and you're happy, because so much lives are ruined just because of this, listening to others. And then I feel like sometimes just do what you have, so by the end of the day, when it gets to the blaming game, you have only yourself to blame, and not go to the, oh, it's my mom, oh, it's because of my dad, oh, it's because of my sister, oh, it's because of my brother. You're the one who brought him to me, you're the one who brought her to me, you're the one who told me to do these subjects, you're the one who told me to study this career in the university and stuff like that. You have so much hate towards others by the end of the time, by the end of the day, just because some of the stuff that you're told are gonna work out did not work out, just because you listen to others, and you're gonna be like, oh my goodness, I wish I listened to myself, I wish I did what I wanted to do rather than listening to what others told me. Because I believe that no one actually knows what is 100% best for you. People are second guessing, telling you go ahead, do that, cross their fingers, pray that whatever they told you to do works out. But sometimes, I'm not saying most of the time, I'm saying sometimes, it's a 50 to 50% chance here. Sometimes things do not work out the way you expect them to work out. And I feel like it's easier to blame yourself rather than going around blaming others, because it just creates more hate in you. Like, I feel like you could get yourself up from your own guilt rather than having to hate other people. That is too much work, okay? Having to hate other people, also hating yourself because you do not listen to yourself, those scams are really hard. So your life is your responsibility. Keep Allah in front, keep God in front, okay? Make sure to pray and just listen. Don't I'm not telling you to not listen. Listen. Keep Allah, keep God in front and listen, and then you make your choice. Sit by yourself and be like, am I ready for this? Am I happy doing it? Am I okay with it? Ask yourself those questions, and if you're okay with it and you're happy with it and you feel comfortable doing it, then go ahead, right ahead and just do it. Because I feel like I made so many kind of like little mistakes and not doing what I wanted. Alhamdulillah. Because I feel like I listened to a lot of people and did not do what I wanted to do, and I feel like that kind of disturbed some parts of my life. I'm saying I'm very grateful to where I am right now, but at the same time, there's sometimes where I sit, I'm like, I wish I had done what I wanted to do and not listen to others, because everyone's like giving me different choices, stuff like that. So yeah, hope that advice is good. That is the third one. I think that is the third. I'm saving the best for last, so stay tuned for the last advice. You're gonna want to hear this. Let's get to the next one. The other one, the fourth one, the second last one is the second last. Okay, let's say the way someone treats you is a reflection of how they feel about themselves. I wish I literally knew about this sooner, because I feel like I would have understood a lot more from people, because I feel like I let people like drill me into my life and like make me feel a certain way just because of what they were saying or how they looked at me or how they thought about me, because I felt like I was in the wrong. But by the end of the day, they were experiencing something, they went through stuff that they're just putting all their anger on me because of how angry they are within themselves, So I really wish I'd read this sooner. And my mom, okay, my mother usually tells me, it's usually, she not only me, but she tells us that once you understand how to live with someone, you're never going to have trouble living with them, literally. And I feel like as growing up, I've understood the real meaning of it. And when I saw this, it just literally reminded me of what she usually says, because just I feel like they go hand in hand. They're literally kind of different, but at the same time they're the same, because some people experience a lot, some trauma, some people have gone through a lot, and having them to talk about you or to tell you something or to, I don't know, look at you, just the comments and stuff like that, it's usually most of the time a reflection of the anger and hate inside them, that they're trying to just reflect it on you, because they want you also to feel the way they want you to feel hurt the same way they are hurting, so they just don't want peace. They want trouble all the time, because that is what they've used to, that is what they grew up with, that is how they were brought up, with all the trouble and hatred, and just they feel this anger inside them, and they just can't control, just giving it to others, because they feel like it lessens for them. I guess, I think maybe that is what is happening. I feel like it lessens for them when they see you going through that. So I feel like I've been a victim of that. Like, I've literally let people take over me, listen to what they say, and literally kill my mind, and just reflected me and stuff like that. I feel like I've let people inside my head a lot of times because of that, and I never realized that it's because of the way they're hurting, that they are doing it to me, and not just because I'm in the wrong. Like, I'm not in the wrong. It's them and how they've been treated and how they grew up and how the feelings inside them is what is wrong, and they're just throwing it up on me, making me feel like I'm in the wrong, you know. So that was a month. I feel like I've been talking for hours in literally, but anyway, I hope you guys understood that. I feel like that is literally a huge big part of my life, because I have experienced that a lot of times, where someone is, I am a naive, am I naive? I might be naive or gullible, I think that is the word. I feel like people get into my head pretty easy. They used to. I feel like nowadays I kind of, like, I'm trying, but I've let people in my head so many times. But anyways, we're all learning, we're all growing, we're all learning, inshallah. So yeah, that was one great advice. Hope you guys are learning something here. Okay, let's get to the final. The four ones that I've read so far, I got them from BuzzFeed, I think, from Google. I just Googled them and read some advices and sought out the ones that I connected with the most, and I chose them. But this last one, I've saved it, you know. This last one I got from my favorite app, which is Wattpad, okay? I read a lot of books from there. I love reading novels. It's one of my hobbies. Is it a hobby? I don't really know, but it's one of the things that I like doing when I'm on my free time. I love reading. So Wattpad is an amazing app because, one, it's free. There are others which are obviously you have to pay to read them, but most of the books are usually free, and that's one thing that I like about it. And it has amazing story. So recently I was reading this, what is it called, this advice was one that literally brought this whole thing together, because I was seated and I was reading the book, and I read what the author wrote, and I was like, this is one best advice. And even though the book has millions of views, or like, I literally have to read this to my people, you know, maybe Kenyans have not known about this, you know. Maybe there are people out there, maybe they're not part of the millions who've read the books so far. So I was like, I have to read this to you guys and just bring attention to it, because it literally connected so well to me, and it just felt so right. And I don't really know if I am going to be sued for it or copyrighted for it, because I'm reading someone else, but I'm bringing attention to it. So yeah, unfortunately the author does not write anymore. I think she kind of stepped back for a while because of the hate comments she was receiving for quite a while. Oh my god, again, you guys, I'm low-key scared, you know. Sometimes you want to be known, but at the same time you're scared to be known. You get known and then the comments come, and I don't really know if I'm ready for that. But anyways, let us just get straight into reading this huge big paragraph of advice. Paragraph, I literally meant it like both sides, you know. The other ones were literally just that, not even a full line, but this one is literally two sides. And the author is the fevered bookaholic. She writes amazing books, like, mashallah, she knows how to write, you know. She knows how to write, okay. So yeah, from what, but the fevered bookaholic, literally love her books. So the advice is, as long as it is, please stay tuned, relax, and just listen, okay. It's gonna be helpful to you. Just sit down. Do not, okay, don't 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 go watch Mr. Beast. Just watch me first and then go watch him, okay. You know, it's a long one, but I took parts which I really felt connected to. So yeah, here goes. Prioritize yourself. You are important. You are loved. Your worth is immeasurable. Your worth is immeasurable. You come first. If something is weighing you down, ask yourself if the weight is worth carrying. Ask yourself that. Ask yourself if it's your weight to carry in the first place, okay. So sometimes you tend to, you know, like, carry a lot of stress within us, thinking that we have the right to it, but do you actually, is it yours to carry in the first place? Is the stress that you're stressing yourself really yours to begin with, or you're just doing it for people who don't even mean anything to you, or don't even think of you in the way you're thinking about them, you know? So you ask yourself if it's your way to carry in the first place. Don't take on burdens that aren't yours to bear. Don't succumb to the darkness of the world. There is so much light out there. Oh, that kind of rhymed. If you only know where to look, you will find it. as in the light, you will find it in people that make you happy. You'll find it in things that make you happy. You'll find it in when simply being in its presence make you happy. If you're with someone and then you just feel this freedom and this happiness inside you, then those are the people that you literally could take the burden on for you. But when you're with someone and you feel like you're stressed out already and just doesn't make any sense, beware, okay? Red flags, okay? Never stop seeking out happiness. You deserve it. I thought it was much longer, but you deserve happiness, okay? Each and everyone out there deserve the best in life, because everyone is struggling in their own ways. There are bad people out there, but there are also the good people who deserve everything nice happening to their lives, and sometimes you feel like you do not deserve it. And when you feel like that, I usually most of the time pray. When I feel like I'm down, I am not good with communication, as I told you. Like, I don't feel comfortable going on and about with my family or friends and be like, oh, I'm something, this and this is happening, this and this is happening. I just don't feel comfortable doing that. I feel like, oh, she might have stress, and then I add on to this. So I'm like, the most I usually talk is to Allah. I sit down, I pray, and I literally talk and cry and do all that stuff, because I feel the best when I talk to him. I feel so happy and I feel so peaceful. Like, I get my answers when I'm there with him, and he doesn't judge. If you with family and friends, people are just gonna be, oh, you don't, they just want, some of the time, most of the time, people don't take you seriously. But with Allah, I feel like it does. So yeah, pray, write, talk to someone if you have people to talk to. Write, as I said, read the Holy Book of Quran, and it makes my favorite surah to read when I'm literally happy or sad or stressed is Suratul Yasin. I love it. I'm a Muslim by the end of the day. So yeah, pray, talk to someone, write, read, do something you like, paint, draw, color, buying a coloring book and just color. There's some people who find immense peacefulness when they were coloring. So do that, go out, visit orphanages, see how life is really about. When you're stressing there that your life is going horrible, go to the hospitals, go to the mortuaries, go to orphanages, go to just walk around literally, and you're gonna find someone literally who has so much trouble than yours are, and you're going to be saying, Alhamdulillah, thank you God, I'm just going to go back home and just pray and just be thankful for everything. So yeah, I have talked a lot, and I thought this was going to be a short video, but I don't really know how the editing is going to work. Anyways, yeah, basically those were my 5 best advices that I've read from the internet so far. And yeah, go ahead, comment down below what more you have. Maybe you have some more advices that you think might connect with me. Yeah, also, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe down below, hit the notification bell, and yeah, basically that was it. I'll see you beautiful people in my next video. Till next time, bye.